The world believes electric cars will save the planet. But behind every zero-emission slogan lies a massive industrial machine consuming earth, water, and human lives faster than we can comprehend. Vast lithium mines carve scars across deserts, draining millions of liters of underground water each day and leaving behind a barren land where nothing grows again. We are building a clean future by dirtying the present. Technology, once our savior, is now a silent taker, extracting not only resources, but also our biological safety. Pure air is traded for chemical vapor. Fertile ground is exchanged for metallic dust. We call this progress, but what we're really trading is health, time, and trust. If you leave now, you will never understand the truth behind clean energy. In the next few minutes, you'll see where the future is born and why humanity might be destroying the very world it's trying to save. The journey of an electric car doesn't start in a lab. It begins deep underground. Lithium, nickel, and cobalt, the rare elements that form the heart of every battery, are torn from the earth by fleets of colossal machines. Pumps drain ancient aquifers. Trucks haul mountains of salt and clay under a haze of metallic dust. Entire communities lose their drinking water as evaporation ponds expand into the horizon. Every battery cell represents hundreds of tons of rock crushed, processed, and discarded as toxic waste. The clean technology we celebrate is built upon unseen sacrifice landscapes stripped bare and ecosystems erased. If energy means progress, nature is paying the price. And this is only the beginning. Once minerals leave the ground, they enter the refineries, places where energy is born in chemistry and where the planet starts to lose its balance.
Get back! Move!
Inside vast chemical plants, rivers of sulfuric acid boil inside stainless tanks. The air blurs with vapor. Steel walls corrode under metallic frost. Lithium dissolves, precipitates, and recrystallizes into white powder, pure, clean, and deceptively harmless. To create a single ton of refined lithium, over 2 million liters of water are consumed, and tons of toxic gases are released. Outside the refineries, the soil dries, rivers darken, and farmland becomes lifeless. Workers finish their shifts coated in metallic dust, coughing, exhausted, and returning again because they have no choice. Here, energy is no longer something we control. It is something that controls us. But refinement only creates materials. To truly hold energy, humanity must build structure layers of metal and chemistry thinner than a human hair. What you'll see next reveals the precision of modern industry and the cost of perfection. Inside sterile white halls, robots mix active powders and coat them onto copper and aluminum foils. Each layer is just a few microns thick. A single dust particle can destroy an entire batch. Air is filtered, humidity controlled, light reflected off cold metallic surfaces. Dried electrodes are wound into giant rolls and stored in inert gas chambers. Machines hum with mechanical heartbeat rhythm, working in silence where humans no longer create, they only supervise. In this perfection, there is no sound of life. Green energy is born in places where nature no longer exists. Yet these layers are only the bones. To become the heart of the future, they must be assembled, sealed, and filled with electrolyte inside a chamber where a single error could ignite an explosion. The next phase will take you into the moment where chemistry meets perfection and where life meets the limits of safety. Electrodes are wound and welded by lasers inside vacuum chambers, then filled with transparent, highly flammable electrolyte. Robotic arms move with microsecond precision. Any deviation can trigger a chain reaction. No one is allowed inside. Only the hiss of air pumps, the flicker of blue-white lasers, and the rhythmic pulse of automated motion. Once sealed, each cell is left to rest for 48 hours, a formation process where invisible reactions define the flow of electricity. This is the moment when humanity creates artificial life and simultaneously holds the power to destroy it. We've learned to manufacture energy, but not yet to carry its responsibility. Every perfect cell produced today carries within it the potential for fire, leakage, and pollution for generations. But when hundreds of these cells are combined, they become the true heart of modern civilization. A living system of controlled current and metallic veins. If you leave now, you'll miss the moment where humanity finally gives technology its pulse and perhaps loses a part of its own. Hundreds of cells are linked together with wires, bus bars, and control boards. Each connection is measured in millivolts. Each error can cause a thermal runaway. Robots tighten bolts, compress modules, and install sensors that watch for the slightest change in temperature. It looks sterile and perfect, yet beneath this precision flows raw power contained by fragile metal shells. This is the architecture of energy. A machine that breathes electric current like blood. If one cell fails, the whole system collapses. Engineers call it efficiency. Nature calls it imbalance. The faster we build, the more we forget how fragile energy truly is. What you'll see next is the final judgment where every battery is charged, drained, and tested until it reveals its limits.
The heartbeat is strong and stable.
Because this is the moment when the world's most controlled power meets the truth of its imperfection. In dark testing rooms, rows of modules glow under red and blue LED light. Cables pulse with current as each battery is charged and discharged again and again. Screens fill with data voltage, temperature, pressure, a digital heartbeat of the machines we trust. Every click of a relay is a decision between safety and catastrophe. Outside these walls, people plug in their cars, believing they understand the technology that powers their lives. Inside, engineers still struggle to contain the unpredictable nature of chemical energy. Each test that passes is a promise. Each failure is a warning of how close we stand to the edge. The next few seconds will show you the end of this cycle and the beginning of our dependence. If you turn away now, you'll miss the moment where our world hands its future to a battery that never sleeps. From mines to machines, from dust to electricity, this is how energy is born in silence. Every mile driven by an electric car carries the memory of Earth that was broken to create it. We call this progress, but perhaps it's a mirror showing what we're willing to sacrifice for comfort. The battery has become our new heart, pulsing under metal and glass, shaping a civilization that no longer burns but still consumes. The question is no longer how we make energy, it's whether we can live with the price of having it.